Okay, so this is part 2 of Madeleine Beth Mccann, The Whole Truth. I am going to sit back in my chair. The issue is now, this part 1 has really got their attention, and I believe they're moving against me now. I did say that I got a backup server, and I have. And I showed them the other night, they hacked my machine. I need to be quick here. They hacked my machine, they were blackmailing me, they knew which machine to monitor, and they'll be monitoring this right now. However, this is a new machine, and it's not the server that they think I was. It's the same server, because the server that I showed them was an airbox. I did that the other night. They were listening in, and now my airbox has gone down. So I'm actually on copper, which is I was going to switch to a better quality, but I'm on a copper wire now. At a time before they come up. Wait a minute, connection is unstable. Yeah. So the quality of this is low, and I'm going to disconnect the other machine, take that down, and give me greater bandwidth. Just hold on. Let's shut that down now. I've been trying to avoid doing this because when I reboot this machine, whatever they've put in there, I'm going to force a stop on that machine. Yeah. Whatever they put in there now will self-destruct that machine when I reboot it. It doesn't matter because I'm backed up. Now I can see people watching. No, only me at the moment. Yeah, cancel that. All right, so this is my computer housekeeping business that I'm doing now, but the machine I've been using and talking to you on may well self-destruct when I reboot it, but it doesn't matter. Oh, for goodness sake, come on. I'm going to have to just unplug you if you don't do it, what I'm asking you to do. Bear with me for a minute. This is Madeleine Beth Mccann, What Happened, Part 2. And right, that's gone. So it should increase my bandwidth a bit now. So the quality should come up a little bit. I was going to use my AirPods, but I showed them that the other day. So it looks as if they are now moving against me. They're now trying to take me out. But there was a trap because I'm actually on copper. But we'll see now. I'm going to relax anyway. If they take me out, they take me out. It doesn't matter. All right, so sorry about that. It's a bit of stress there. So Madeleine Beth Mccann, Part 2. See what David Cohen was trying to imply the other day was I'm captain of a starship. I didn't even understand what the hell he was on. It's the leather chair. He looked at my leather chair and he's trying to take the mickey out of me like I'm Captain Kirk or something. It doesn't matter. All right. So you've got this gadget here, look. You see this. This is my Wi-Fi. It is on. You can see it's on. You can see the power lead. And it's connected to a different Wi-Fi that they're not aware of. But this is now recording this screen in case I need this verifying. I'm still here on my own, but if you'll go to my YouTube channel, And I'm on my own here now because I'm on a different machine and a different server to the one they think I am. So it's taking them a while to arrive. They might not, it might not even arrive, but they might arrive through that door any second. So that's the issue now, because now there's two people. Somebody's arrived. So this is watching this screen. Safeguarding me now. All right, so I'll get on with it. Just need to call my doggy now. Prince, are you all right? You're there. Good boy. All right, he'll let me know if somebody's coming in. Okay, Prince. Hello, mate. You let me know if anybody comes, won't you? You will. You're a good boy. Good boy. You will. Good boy. All right. Say hello. You've got some fans, doggy. Say hello. There. Look there. There. Say hello. Good boy. Because you're a big part of this, aren't you? Right. Okay. Look, I've got to get on because I'm wasting time. So I got up to. I'm sorry. Now I'm looking at a laptop rather than the screen. You see, my telly. I could fix that now. Just hold on a second, and then I can look at you. I won't look so weird because this machine is probably toast now. I'll just plug this HDMI cable into my laptop, and then I'll be looking at you in the eye, which will be more my style, won't it? Sound should be okay. I like that going there. I've got it upside down, that's right. Okay, so I'm back on the big screen now. So I can look up there rather than have to look at you. All right, so my original machine now was probably toast when I reboot it. And you could look at the table, look at the... No, it's all right, never mind. Okay, right, I'll move on. And somebody's watching, and it might be a completely new person. It might be, I don't know who it is, but if you want to say hello, I can see you on the live chat. And if you want to ask a question, I can answer it now on my laptop. Right, it's 10:30 today, and it's Wednesday. I'll have to look at my laptop for the date. Yeah, it's the 15th of July. So I have to go for dialysis today, and they will know that because a taxi firm gets me. They'll know my route if they're watching me. I'm sure now that from the Madeleine Beth Mccann part 1 now that I'm really quite exposed. I'm really quite vulnerable now. They probably this one now is going to give you the evidence of the Scotland Yard. I started giving it before, so I might get lifted today on my way to dialysis or back, or it might happen very shortly. But anyway, we've got to go through. So, where have I got to in part 1? We've got to Jeremy McCann being upset that the PJ had the temerity to lift him and take him to the police station. I'm sorry, I just had to. The adrenaline was high there when I tried to switch servers, and I noticed that it's already cut. So now I'm just trying to cut the wire, and they might cut that in a minute, because I set a trap for them when I was talking to Elliot. I said, "There's an airbox. They know where I live." So it seems to me now as if when I tried to get back onto that server, which is a higher upload speed, so the quality would be better. But I can't get it. So it looks like they're moving now against me as we speak. But I told them it was an airbox, so I misled them. I've got a copper backup, but the copper backup is the low quality. That's why now this is low quality, because this is the final one. I wanted the quality to be a bit better, but it is what it is now, so we've got to get it out. That's why I'm a little bit agitated. And I've just got to calm down. So, I've shown you this, this gadget. This, there's no live chat. Nobody's was expecting Operation Grange, but of course, nothing. Somebody notably is watching, and they're not saying who they are. There's two people watching, and that other person is not saying who they are. Significant. Right, I'm 11 minutes in. I haven't even started yet. So, Operation Grange, what was it? Jerry McCann, Operation Grange launched immediately. The moment it was already in operation by May 3rd, because Jerry McCann, with his Freemasons friends, had warned them that he was in trouble. This was never planned, of course. People talk about it being planned now. It was an accident. Madeleine died. It was never meant to happen. So they had to launch the plan for the abduction. But that's why the media seemed to click in very, very fast, because it was already, they'd had a heads up, because Madeleine had died around about the 30th. So then the British media circus had already, people noticed that happened very quickly, too quickly to be, too quickly. Why did the police report Jerry McCann? Police Operation Grange, the Freemasons, and that is about who his customers were. Okay, that's the reason for that. I didn't ever want to have to go there, but they forced me into it. So the British media, what we call the gutter press, the Mirror and the Express, and all of them, they have to obey the law. They don't have a choice. I can call them the gutter press, but if somebody from the government goes round to their offices and says, this is how you are going to report it, otherwise they're extinguished. They don't have a choice. So they are told what the line of the reporting will be. The reporters can go out there, and if they find something else, the editor will brief them and say, look, this is how you've got to report it. Now, the reporter can say, well, look, it's not like this. It doesn't happen like this. Well, he can kick and scream as much as he likes, but his work isn't going to get published in that newspaper, because the editor has to obey the law. And however much they don't like it, so we can call them the gutter press and all of that, and there is an element of that, but they were ordered that this was the way that they were going to report this. And going against that is going against the British government. So they would, even if they wanted to stand up to their editor and say, no, fuck off, they would have been sacked. They would have lost their job. That's what happened to Senior Amaral, the Portuguese policeman. He did stand up against pressure from above him in the Portuguese government, because of the British government, came down on top of, but he stood up long enough to make them arguidos. That's when immediately they fucked off out of Portugal. They said, we're never going to leave Portugal until we found them. But immediately they were made arguidos. Off they went, straight back home, ran away for home, because that wasn't according to plan. The whole circus since then is because the British government, because of Operation Grange, which launched there. Now, Operation Grange, it's real. Never looking for Madeleine. Madeleine's dead. And yet, on all of these Madeleine sites on Facebook and wherever, Operation Grange's purpose is they go and visit somebody like Clarence Mitchell, goes to the editors of all the newspapers who are covering it in the UK, and he lays down the law to them about how they're going to report it. And they follow that, or they are extinguished, because Clarence Mitchell, and that's why he loves it, you know, that idiot, and loves all of that because he's got big power, he's got a big stick. He's been issued a great big stick, and he's got the law, the weight of the law of the land behind him, because if those newspapers go against what he says, then they're going to be shut down. So that gave him a nice feeling of importance, and you can see he enjoys it and loves it. He was quite notably the first person on the scene when Jill Dando was murdered. One shot, 9mm bullet. That was an assassin. It's not a random. It's not a random thing at all. That's a professional assassin. And again, if you're going to do something like that, you control the media, you control the public perception. So if you're the first on the scene, you can't have somebody from the Stamford Mercury who's driving past saying, well, you know, because he gives a real report of what really happened, and you don't want that. So you put somebody like Clarence Mitchell on the scene prior to the event taking place, so that when a professional assassin does the deed, then Clarence Mitchell is there, happens to be driving by with the BBC camera, and there it is, and there's their first report, and that's out on the BBC, and that's the most credible one that there is, and remains so. So it's a script, and then it acts out. And poor old Jill Dando was just a bit player, and she got murdered because of something very important that she knew. Now here with Madeleine McCann, we've got to Jerry. We've now got to dispose of the body, haven't we? So they were given an extra flat, a new flat, because the old 5A was now a crime scene. Cadaver dog went in there, smelt the smell of cadaver, because Madeleine had been there for a while anyway, enough to make cadaver smell. I think I actually read it. Cadaverine can form even within a couple of hours, but she was there long enough to leave a cadaverine trace. And the blood dog still, despite the fact that Kate had washed the curtains, still detected specks of blood on the curtains. Right, so, but then McCann had temporarily hidden the body, ready for the police to come and search the flat. That was temporarily on the beach. Now he's got to move it from its temporary hiding place on the beach and store it until he can permanently dispose of it. Now there's all stuff about his sports bag and other stuff like that, so we can polish that. But I did in between the first one and this one, the Smith sighting, the Smith sighting carrying a dead body there, not carrying a child. It's the Smith sighting is the right time. Okay, it's the right time on the 3rd, because he had to move the body, he had to move Madeleine just immediately prior to calling the police. Didn't want to leave it in the temporary hiding place on the beach any longer than necessary. So he moved it there at night, called the police come search thing, and then as soon as he can, then the next day on the 4th, he moves it again, but back into the next, as soon as he's allocated another apartment, he gets it back off the beach, the temporary hiding place, and then hides it now in the fridge of the new apartment. Okay, that's what he does, and he keeps it in the fridge in the new apartment while the police and everybody's now searching. Where's Madeleine? His thugs are already on the scene. They are taking the crash records and stuff like muddy in the waters. But Madeleine was not seen. Well, we don't know when she was back. But he needed to establish that she was still alive on the 3rd. That's why he needed the last photograph. And he wasn't able to do that himself, so that's when he went back to Glasgow, lost his wallet on the trip, but he had to cover that, told you that. So this last photograph was a fake, of course. And a forensic examiner I've done my best with the almanac and all of that, but to get the exact time, because you can do it. You need the spherical maths to do it, to work it out. But that photograph wasn't taken on the 3rd. It absolutely wasn't. And when it appeared, I knew it was a fake anyway. And I've had a good go myself in doing the spherical maths. And even my work would probably stand up in court. But I'm an engineer, but a good ship's navigator could do the spherical maths better than me. That last photograph is a fake. Now, as I said, my latest flame, well, I'm not going to mention her name because, like I said in the last one, she can't decide whether she wants me to say it or not. But she's an expert at Photoshop, and she's looked at it, and she's told me that she can't see that it's Photoshop. That's what she said. So that's useful. But for me, I've done a calculation using an almanac, but it needs to be verified. I'm now showing, these are my last cards here that I'm playing now, because I might get lifted today on the way back from dialysis. I might do. They might pull that trigger. They might need to car crash me. They might need to get the jonga, lift me with the gendarmes and smash into here and get this. They didn't know about this laptop that I'm on now, you see. It's, excuse my paranoia if I look a bit paranoid. No, I'm still on. Just, yeah. I'm kind of expecting them through the door any second, but my dog is all right. You're all right, aren't you, boy? Yeah, he is. He's down there. Let me calm down a bit. 23 minutes. Okay. So that last photograph is absolutely fake. There's nothing, no verifiable trace of Madeleine probably after the 30th. So why every single newspaper, all of these Madeleine sites, they're all infiltrated by Operation Grange. The admin of these sites and genuine people have been on these sites for years now, trying to make some progress, and it's like dragging yourself through mud, because people like Tom Moore and Trev Reach, the admins of these groups, they seem to be anti-McCann. They seem to be perfectly viable anti-McCann. They let through all this stuff, the really very convincing stuff and very good stuff, that Richard D. Haller's stuff, and they let it all onto the sites like that. But they're managing public perception. So in the UK, there isn't an outcry because it's always diluted by people like Ant Wilkinson, Emma Dens, David Cohen, and all of these people who are professional trolls. They are paid by Operation Grange. That's why they can turn up at 5:30 in the morning. They're not here now. One other person is watching this now, but he won't come onto the live chat. So I don't know. I switched my other machine off, so I'm not sure whether they've got a listening device in my house. They've known where I live for quite some time now, and they're certainly not showing themselves. I am expecting them to show themselves any minute now, but because as far as I know, this is going up onto the YouTube French server, and they won't be able to take it down from there. They might be. I don't know. You see, I don't know the extent of the power now, whether they've already okayed this with the French or not. Nobody asked me a question, so I have to keep myself on topic. With this level of stress. So let me just calm down for a second. This is powdered tobacco. I am addicted to it, so I'll have a good snort of it. It's called snuff, it's nicotine, and it has a calming effect. All right, I think little Dottie's all right. He hasn't sensed anybody, has he, boy? No. I wish you'd stay over there on guard. Would you do that? Good boy. Good boy. Would you just look out the window for any bad men coming? I can see the tree. I know they can't. There's no way they can get a shot at me from where I'm sat here now. So they've got to come through the door. Or they might decide to lift me on the way to dialysis. All right, so yeah, so Dave early in part one, David Cohen was saying, you think you're captain of a starship, don't you? I didn't understand what he was on about. If it's my chair, it's my big leather chair. It's got some duct tape on it because my little dog is at the leather. It would drive other people mad. I let my dog eat my leather chair. I don't. He does it when I'm gone. He does it when I'm out of dialysis and there's nobody here. So I've got to put up with it, haven't I? I'll leave him on his own, so I deserve. I've got doggy telly on for my doggy fans. When I'm away at dialysis, I put doggy telly on for him, so he watches that. I leave the door open for him, so he can go out and come and go as he wants. I'm in rural France, so anyone can come and go out of my house. They don't have to smash the door down, but they could anyway. You know, they've got master keys. It doesn't matter. The people I'm dealing with, or I think I'm dealing with, they could get into my house anyway. So whether I lock the door or not doesn't make a scrap of difference. It's what they do when they're in here that makes a scrap of difference. There's 3 people watching now, and they, like I said before, they can put kiddie porn, they can plant stuff on my stuff. So that's why I've had to go through this whole charade of protecting myself. I believe I'm now completely protected. I think I have. I don't think they could make anything fly against me now. I really don't. This is go straight up to the cloud. They didn't think about that. They constantly underestimate me. But this gadget, I showed Elliot around the house, but I didn't show him this one. And this goes straight up to a cloud account in another name in another country. So if they lift me, I've still got a record of it. If they lift me and plant something in my house, I've still got a record. I've got 4 people now. Yeah, nobody's saying anything, are they? 4 people watching this, and nobody will say anything on the live chat. Okay? That's what's happening at Operation Grange right now. 4 Operation Grange people, policemen are watching this, and finally, they're fucking taking me seriously. Okay? My PC battery is running low. Let me just deal with that. I don't want any of that going off. Replugging. So finally, Operation Grange had taken me seriously. Connection unstable, just hold on. I know why that's happening. Yeah, so this is poor quality. It's on copper. Because I think they jammed the other one. I think they have. I think I showed them that airbox. Anyway, I said all. So the quality will have to be the quality. This is being recorded. And Catherine, stop. I have to pop off to the dentist, but hello from me. Hello, Catherine. Hello. I don't know whether you've seen my part 1. My part 1 is already up on the YouTube channel, Catherine. If you can watch it later, Catherine. I didn't mention you by name because I didn't want to, but oh no, it's Catherine Stott. No, not the other Catherine. Catherine Stott, the stupid. Yeah. Oh, you're Operation Grange. Yes, I recognise you now. You can just fuck off. You right away as much as you like. You're stupid woman. You're not even a woman. I don't know what you are, but you can. It's trying to distract me again. So we've got 6 people from Operation Grange now, or 5. You can still, can you still negotiate? Why should I let you negotiate? You dirty fuckers, eh? Really? Why should I give you this much fucking chance? I've given you more rope now. Like I say, it doesn't give me any pleasure to make a fool of Scotland Yard, but that's what I'm doing, and that's what I've done. And you can't. What can you do now? I've got the website hosted in Indonesia. You can't take that down. I don't know whether you found Elliot yet, but if you have and eliminated, by fuck, there's going to be a load of trouble there, isn't there? How on earth can you contain this? You can't. Like I say, it's not going to give me any pleasure to take Scotland to court. This is the country of my birth. What are you going to say? You're going to say it's a rogue element of Scotland Yard, a rogue element of the Freemasons? What the fuck are you going to say? And it distresses me. Yes, it does. I don't know whether you're going to lift me today. I don't know whether you're going to kill me. I want to live my life out in peace. I've got friends. I've got a boat. I'm okay for money. I don't need money. I don't want fame. I don't want fortune. I don't want to go to the fucking newspapers. I don't want to sell a book. I don't want to be a millionaire. I just want to live some fucking peace and quiet with my friends and my loved ones. I don't want this any more than you fucking do, you dopey bastards. What you've got to do to end this today is to get the fucking McCanns to go into the police station and make a statement and say, look, we can't take the stress anymore. And then I will disappear. I'll shut up. I'll take all of my fucking content down and nobody will ever have a word out of me ever again. I gave you my fucking word on that, you bastards. And you don't believe me. You think I'd go back on my word, you fuck pigs? Hello, Gary, mate. No, he wasn't. Gary, he wasn't, no. Elliot is a friend of mine. Elliot he's changed his handle now. He's making Madeleine McCann videos, as I was. Good morning, Gary. I'm glad to see you. I really am. I'm under a bit of pressure now, Gary. But I think you're an independent person. Elliot was Elliot Fire and Ice. He's had to change his handle and he's had to run and hide because deniable people have gone and threatened him. I don't know where he is. I think he's made himself safe. I've shown him how. Hello, Sharon. Sharon's here. Sharon's my wife. Yeah. Now, you can't lift her. You can't lift her. Hello, Sharon. If she disappears, distinct. So, Operation Grain, you should try the world on your shoulders. Gary, that's how it feels right now. I've told you about the stress. Sharon, this is my last shot. I think they cut my airbox off, and now I tricked them into thinking I was on an airbox, and I've lost it. I think they're jamming it. I tricked them to think they didn't know I'm on copper. I'm on copper to the exchange, but they may cut that any second. Yeah, it's easy cut. There's farmers around here. They got the gear, the thing, but they may have not known that they needed to cut that. But this is my last. So Operation Grange is the Scotland Yard operation to manage and suppress the media. It's cost a lot of money, obviously. We need people going here, there and everywhere, visiting the newspapers, New Zealand, whatever, but it's provable because now they've used real people to do that. So Sharon, I've already put on my channel now this morning, Madeleine Beth Mccann, The Whole Truth. That was my version of what happened. Really, I probably got up to, yeah, I know you did. Yeah, Gary, I know you did. So here, Sharon, just while we're here, this is going up to a Wi-Fi. It's going directly live to the cloud under a totally different account that they don't know where that is. And I did that on a completely different machine and on a different logo. So I'm pretty sure they don't know anything about it. But if I die and if I disappear today, that will automatically be released by a friend that I certainly don't know. So that will come down. This very security. Boom. So if they shoot me now through the window, which they may well do any minute, this is going up live. That's the level that I've had to go to protect myself. But they can't. That will automatically come down. They can't beat me. I've beaten them. But I'm sorry for my stress because I've shot my last bolt now. I'll keep saying, but they're moving against me this morning because I can't get my airbox is jammed. They've already jammed my airbox. Elliot's hiding safe, and me hiding safe, and not allowing the paranoia to hit. And my connection is unstable again. So. Why am I involved? Gary, I'm involved because I can see the truth. I can see the truth of what they've done. Okay? And I'm trying to bring it to the public's attention. So, Sharon, can you just confirm to me that you're still there? And I know the quality is low because I'm on copper. See, I'm now 40 minutes in. Yes, good. Okay, Sharon. That's good. So this will go to the French. Thanks, Sharon. This will go to the French YouTube server, and they can't take it down. Well, they can, and they probably could, but this last one, I just need to compose myself now, because I think I'm all right. And I think by this method now, I've ensured that they don't lift me today at dialysis. When I'm strapped onto that machine, they could send a fake doctor into the hospital and an injection into the thing there, that's me dead. That might happen today. That might happen today. I've insulated myself from that, such that all those nurses know and like me. I haven't made an enemy of one of them. They all like me. They like me. I've done it on purpose. They know me. They don't dislike me. They're looking after me. I'm in a private room. So for them to do that, to take me out like that with a French-speaking imitation doctor, that might still happen. They might have considered that. I've given them plenty of heads up. So all they need to do is infiltrate that hospital with a doctor today, and then that's me bang straight again, dead, straight like that, just with an injection. But I know all the doctors, I know all their faces, I've clocked them all at that place. These are the lengths I've had to go to get this out into the public domain without fear of being killed. I'll just re-mention that this is the laptop which has taken them by surprise. You see, they got into my other machine. I had to reboot it to try to get back up on my opposite server. So when I reboot that machine, when I switch it back on, it probably self-destruct. That doesn't matter because everything's backed up. But now that I'm shooting my last bolt here now, this will be probably the last time you hear from me, because they cannot have this out in the public domain. This is Scotland Yard suppressing the British media, all of it. The BBC, all of the newspapers, and this people, Clarence Mitchell and Tom Moore, and all those pseudonyms, all those people. That's why it's cost millions of pounds. They're not looking for Madeleine. They're suppressing the media all the time. Now I'm putting this out into the public domain in the UK, and they can't possibly wiggle out of it. They can't. I have the proof. So they need to kill me, or Andrew Turner versus Scotland Yard. I'm just going to make mincemeat of them. I've now put on my new Facebook page, GoFundMe, and that's hosted by a good friend of mine in Indonesia. So I've outsmarted them. I have. And like I say, it's given me no pleasure at all. None whatsoever. I don't want this. I've been fucking saying and pleading with them almost. I don't want this. I gave them the whole weekend saying I don't fucking want this. Last Friday afternoon, I told them, pack it in. Show me some fucking respect, you bastards. And they haven't. And they fucking thought that I'd go under with paranoia or go into a psychosis with bipolar. They perhaps even thought that I was going to have a heart attack. I have to tell you that I did. I had a heart attack Monday morning. I did. I felt it coming on. And I thought, now what the fuck do I do? I recognise a heart attack now because I've had. What the hell do I do now? I couldn't breathe. I felt the pain in my chest. In the stress. And thought if I call the Pompiers and say I'm having a heart attack, I'll be in the hospital. And then what will disappear. I've been in that cell, the reanimation once already. So I have to get through the heart attack. I need to walk back in here. Struggling to catch me. And I have to Google how to get through the heart attack. I have to do the breathing exercises. Clench. Without me alone. And I had to go for dialysis. I had to go through dialysis, Sharon. And I had to then measure my blood pressure, which was 220 over 147. Yeah. And I had to persuade the nurse that that was okay. So I didn't get hospitalised. I had to persuade her to give me a temporary blood pressure tablet without calling the doctor, and take that and then come home. And I had to take my blood pressure medication, and I've had to survive this long without dying from a heart attack because of what Operation Grange are doing to me. Because of the 3 people here who haven't got the fucking balls to type fucking question in here. And I've got Gary, he's a mate. He's not a mate, but Gary, I've got Gary, wife, are here witnessing it now. And whether I die in a fucking car crash today, which you will arrange on my way to dialysis, or whether I die in dialysis or not, it'll be because you fucking cowardly bastards have killed me. Do I fucking deserve it, you cunts? Do I? But trying to shine a light on you filthy fuckers destroying our country. I made a life here for myself. I hope this is giving you fuckers pleasure. You fucking reduced me to fucking tears, you bastards. Sharon, can you hear me? Why do you think I've been cut? Are you still there? I can still see you, Sharon. Sharon, can you hear me? Gary, thank you. They feed off my pain. Just know that God sees me and I'm never alone. Gary, thank you. Gary Rayner, thank you for that. That sustained me. That's keeping me going. I don't know whether I'm cut. It's 51 minutes in now. That's right, Gary. Sharon's there. God is sustaining me. Absolutely. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Sharon. Yes. Whatever happens now, I don't think they can take this down. I really don't. I don't think I need to say any more. I'm back. Yeah, I'm not crying. Fuck it. It's 11 o'clock, you cunts. I'm going to go in the bath. I've got to go in the bath because I'm clean and tidy when I go for dialysis. I'll put some clean clothes on. I've got a clean shirt on. I'll be clean and fucking tidy. You cunts. If you take me out today, I'll be smart. If you take me out, you've got to take the taxi driver out, haven't you? You've got to do a car crash on the taxi driver. And those fucking taxi drivers, they won't leave enough space. I keep telling them. I gave them a fucking note the other day saying, guard the distance, please, will you? But they don't. They think I'm just a fucking crazy Rosbiff. So they drive up right up the arse of the car in front. And I'm worried. But yeah, you could do a nice one. You could do it. You'd have to do a car crash on the motorway, won't you? Or lift me at the hospital or whatever. Or shoot me on when or whatever you fucking do. I'm ready to meet God. Fuck off. I'm sorry I cried. Fuck off, I didn't fucking cry. You cunts. I'll see you in fucking court, you bastards. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Gary. You saved my life here. There's nothing more to say, is it? There's nothing. I can't make any more videos. I'm not going to make any more videos. There's no point. I could go up, I could carry on and disappear at my own arsehole. There's no more to be said. There's nothing more I can do. I gave you the way out for the McCanns to go in and say, I can't stand this stress any longer. They're going to get me a letter, they've seen my Facebook page, and they did all you needed to fucking do, you twats, was listen to me and understand that I got you fucking covered every step of the fucking way. And like I said, it wasn't going to give me any fucking pleasure whatsoever. I didn't want any of this. I didn't want this. Make a fool of my own country, make it a laughing stock. I've been trying to give you a way out. And just because I don't know what the fuck, why wouldn't you take that way out? I've given you time to arrange it. I've backed off since the weekend because I know that you've got to fucking arrange everything with what are we going to do this then? Bloody hell! But you could have made Tom Moore deniable. You could have denied it all. I was giving you, and now you backed yourselves into a fucking corner that you can't get out of. By God, somebody needs out. Don't they? Whoever it is at Cobra or GCHQ, or you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, you stupid bastards. Yeah, I will, Sharon. I will. That's what I want to do. If these fuckers won't, if they don't kill me, that's what I'd like to do. And Sharon, I'd like them to wriggle out of it still. I'd like them to fucking wriggle out of this. But this has got to stay up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you this last fucking chance, you dopey fuck pigs. When I see on the news that Kate, on the BBC, that Kate or Jerry McCann has gone into a police station to make a statement and has been arrested, all of my content, I'll take it down. I'll take it down. You'll never fucking hear from me again. You can send reporters and people to write books and give me money or whatever. I'll say not a fucking thing. Because that's all I want. Justice for Madeleine Beth Mccann. I want the parents found guilty of manslaughter and concealment of the body. And with all of the rest, we don't have to talk about. All of this shit, we don't have to talk about that. I've given my fucking word on that. You cunts. Haven't you ever met a man you could trust before? If I see it on the news that they've been arrested, my content from YouTube will go down. I'll perhaps leave the Dyson vacuum cleaner reviews on if you don't mind. Fuck's sake. That'll do. That's enough of this. I tell you what, it turns my fucking stomach to talk to you cunts. I've got my life to lead, my normal life to lead. I'll get us, stop having to brush against you, filth. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Look around the fucking room. You with a scrambled egg across your fucking hat. Look around at each other. Shame on you, cunts. You disgusting fucking wankers. Now run away and fucking hide. I don't care what you fucking do. I'm going to get on with my life. Finished with you, cunts. I'll just say goodbye to my wife, if you don't mind. Sharon, thanks for being here. God found a way to make me do that. And Gary, thanks for you, mate. Yeah, you nourished me through that last half hour. And the rest of you, you fuck off and rot in hell. I hope you have a shitty fucking day. Right, that's me. I'm gonna go. I've got to get on with the rest of my life now. Whether you cut it fucking short or not is irrelevant to me. Isn't it? Different laptop, different computer. Good job on it. Gave me my last fucking chance.